might be used. So you have said you have understood. So I will not discuss anything on that. Correct? Admission, retirement. Okay. Now, if I say partnership, everyone, if I say partnership accounts, so as per syllabus is concerned, there are two important topic. One is known as dissolution of partnership agreement. One is known as dissolution of partnership agreement. One is known as dissolution of partnership firm. Dissolution of partnership agreement and dissolution of partnership firm. When I say dissolution of partnership agreement, it means reconstitution of firm. We call it what? Reconstitution of firm. This was already covered where? Correct? So reconstitution of firm is not reconstruction. Reconstitution of firm was already covered at foundation level. Means when we say dissolution of partnership agreement, means old agreement will be cancelled and new agreement will be entered without affecting the going concern of entity. Means going concern remains same, only the change in agreement. One partner will come, one partner will go out, one partner will die, either change in profit sharing ratio, these are covered. Means what was covered? Admission of a partner, retirement of a partner, or death of a partner. Correct. Also include changes in PSR. PSR means, so in my class I will call it PSR, profit sharing ratio. Already covered. Already covered. In foundation. Means initially in group 1 there was such chapter and group 2 there was advanced partnership. Then from group 1 this chapter was removed and went to foundation level. Correct now? Are you getting what I am saying? In new proposed syllabus, I don't know what is going to happen now. Something will change. No, it will never come to final alike. Now, when I am saying dissolution of partnership firm, it means winding up of partnership, liquidation of partnership firm, going concern is affected, going concern will be affected. Means it is what? Liquidation. It is liquidation of firm. Correct. Now, whenever there is a liquidation, it means one thing is clear that we need to close the books of account. Already we have done liquidation of company. Liquidation of company we have done in which chapter? Accounting treatment we have done in which chapter? Amalgamation chapter. However, liquidation of company, that was a separate chapter. In that we have done statement of affair and liquidator final statement account. But accounting treatment to close the books of account we have done which chapter? Amalgamation. Remember realization account. Step 1 kill the balance sheet. Step 2, you remember step 1 kill the balance sheet. Step 2, step 3, step 4, there were many steps. Correct now. I am not asking you because I know how much you can retain. Correct. But we have done something like that. Correct. So same thing will be applicable here. Means if you know amalgamation accounting treatment in case of transfer company, you know how to close the books of account. Only some few changes will come. There was equity share capital, here it will be partners capital. Only that changes will come. Listen everyone, oi. Listen. So what I am saying ki in case of company when I am liquidating, so there is equity share capital reserve and surplus. In case of partnership from there will be partners capital account, partners current account. Only these changes will come. Because of that reason some discussion is required. Otherwise, if you know that and you can differentiate between equity share capital and partners capital, so my role is very less. We can start with one question if you permit, but because I have taken fees, let us discuss. Correct now? Otherwise you'll say, so what is this? Correct now? So let us start with the first topic. What? First topic, concept number 1 in this chapter. Concept number 1. What? How to close the books of account of what? Of partnership firm, correct? In case of what? In case of dissolution, in case of dissolution, correct. Now first can you give me what can be the reason for dissolution? Batao. First can you give me means what is the reason for dissolution of partnership firm? Reasons for a dissolution, correct. Can you say first by mutual consent of all partners, correct now? All partners means by agreement, you can say by agreement, understood, correct. Second what? Point number 2 what? Can you say by notice given in writing, given in writing by any partner to other partner if what? Partnership is at, bolo, very good. Partnership is at will. I hope you all know what is partnership is at will. So in that case, any partner at any point of time can give a notice to other partner that now we are not willing to continue. So if we are not willing to continue, let us dissolve. So that can be done in that case. They will say no will. Let us dissolve. Or it can be by what reason batao? Due to insolvency of any partner. Due to insolvency of any partner, correct. Or we can say due to insolvency of all partners, due to insolvency of all partners, correct. Or it can be due to what? Death of a partner, due to death of a partner. Suppose there are three partners, one partner die. So other two partner may decide to dissolve only, because it might happen the partner who is deceased was the main partner. Correct now. It is quite possible due to death of a partner. Correct. It can be what? Due to due to amalgamation, due to amalgamation of two or more than two partnership firm into what? New partnership firm. Understood what I have said? Means two or more than two partnership firm will be dissolved and a new partnership firm will be created. So old partnership firm dissolve हुआ ना? Correct. Or due to what बताओ? Due to sale of partnership firm to a company, due to sale of partnership firm to a company. Point number 4 what? Due to conversion of partnership firm into company, converted firm into company, so partnership firm will dissolve. Are you getting? Due to conversion of partnership firm into a company, or due to what? Due to bolo, due to order of court. This is known as compulsory winding up. Due to order of court, some order has been given by the court, now you can't run your business, dissolve karo, you all are nalayak. Correct now? Due to order of court means, if you look into these, these are the topics which you need to understand. And if you see this chapter, so they have given different topic at different place. Means first they have said dissolution by agreement, then they have discussed dissolution by insolvency, then they have given dissolution by amalgamation, then they have discussed dissolution by what? Sale, then dissolution due to conversion. Correct now? Can I say in all case partnership from dissolve? There is only one topic now. Means if you read the book ICI study material, these are different topics. I will say same topic only. All are dissolved now. Partnership from dissolve. So concept number one, how to close the books of account when the partnership from dissolve is same topic only. Why to discuss separately? Let us make one topic for all. So I'll combine all topic and make one topic, and in that topic I'll discuss each and every point together. Chalega. Means whatever case will come, if you apply the steps whatever I will give, you can do that question. Correct? Understood. So simple now. Partnership from dissolve due to any reason. We need to close the books of account. How to close, you know. Let us start the steps. Correct now. Let us start. Following steps. Following steps will be required to close the books of account of partnership firm. What will be the step 1? Step 1 is what? Kill the balance sheet. Kill the balance sheet. At what value? At book value. At book value. Correct. in the item point number A. KSM Bank. KSM Bank. Go point number 1. If taken over by purchasing company, understood? If taken over by purchasing company, what will do? This cash and bank account will be transferred to, so it will be transferred to realization account. A realization account, na? Understood? And if not taken over, by purchasing company, then what? Then open a separate cash and bank account. Remember, open a separate cash and bank account. How many of you not done amalgamation chapter with me? Means they were absent. You have listened the classes. Now you are understanding. Correct. You have not listened. Anyone who have not listened the classes? You have also not listened. Oh my God. Chalo. Let us try to understand. Where there is a will, there is a way. So we have a will. You find out way. Correct. Understood? Don't panic if you are not able to understand. Don't panic when you are not able to understand. ठीक है? बोलो. चलो. Now. So can I say point number 2 we have done, if not taken over by purchasing company, separate cash and bank account will be opened. Correct? Yes sir. Okay. So can I say when I am saying purchasing company, when I am saying it is taken over by purchasing company, so whether it will come in point number 1, you only say. Whether it will come in point number 1, it will come in point number 2, it will come in point number 3, it will come in point number 4, it will come in point number 5, it will come in point number 6. Huh? Huh? It may come. It may come because amalgamation of two or more than two firm into new partnership firm. Correct now? Are you getting? So new partnership firm is taking over what? KSM Bank. If taken over by means may mat, if taken over then it will come. Therefore I say it may come. If not taken over, though it will not come. Correct. Very good. So it will come in point number 6. It will come in point number 7. It will come in point number 8. Yes, due to conversion of partnership firm into company, means company is taking over assets and liability of partnership firm, including cash and bank. Yes. So it means, can I say in 6, 7, 8, automatically the purchasing company word will come. So I hope you will understand whenever I am using purchasing company, it is for point number 6, point number 7, point number 8. Otherwise it will not come. Otherwise it will not come. I hope you are understanding my emotions. Correct. Yes, sir. Then cash and bank you understood. Come to point number B. Means we are into step number 1 only. Cash and bank. Then add on partners loan. Partners loan. Means partner has given a loan to partnership firm. Correct. So they may be partners loan. Correct now. Are you able to understand? So partners loan also same thing. Write down if taken by, now write down P company. Taken by P company means purchasing company. It will be transferred to a realization account, and if not taken by P company, they will open what? Separate partners loan account. And it will be paid separately. Understood? Correct. Then point number C. Write down. Other assets and liability. Other assets and liability. What about other assets and liability? It will be transferred to realization account even if not taken by purchasing company. So write down. It will be transferred to a realization account even if not taken by purchasing company. Understood? Correct. Point number D, write down. Partners capital. Partners capital account, current account. You know current account? Partners capital account, current account, or drawing account. Sometimes they give partners drawing account also. Partners drawing account. So it will be transferred to what? Partners capital account only. Partners capital account only. Understood? Means partners capital will remain in partners capital. Huh? Current account will be closed by transfer to partners capital. Drawing account will be closed by transfer to partners capital. Understood? Correct. Then point number E. But what about contingent or unrecorded liability? What will do? It will be transferred to which account? It will be transferred to realization account. No Ray. Contingent liability. The account is not open. Will you close it? We can close what is open. For closing first, opening is required. So have you opened contingent liability account? The question of closing will not arise. This is first step. Close all account given in balance sheet. Contingent liability does not appear in balance sheet. Already we discussed this point in amalgamation chapter also. It means revision not done. Okay, correct. So contingent liability or unrecorded liability does not require any closure. Correct. No need to close. Correct. Understood. This I have given only to save you. At a time of revision, it will help you. Correct. So step number 1, kill the balance sheet, done. Now we'll come to step number 2. So step number 2. What was step number 2? For assets and liabilities, including what? Including unrecorded liability. Correct now? So for assets and liability taken over by purchasing company, what journal entry will do? Bolo. Purchasing company account debit to what? To realization account. To realization account with the amount of PC. With the amount of PC. Purchase consideration. That we know how to calculate now. PC. Remember net payment method, net asset method. But in this chapter that will not be so much detail. It will be very simple PC यहाँ पर. Correct? Got it? Then step number 3 will be what बताओ? For assets and liabilities not taken over by purchasing company. then such asset will be separately sold, such liability will be separately settled. Correct? Point number A. For sale of such asset, for sale of such asset, what journal entry? There will be cash account debit to realization account. Very good. With what amount? With sale value or agreed value? I am writing agreed value. चलेगा? With agreed value. Correct? Yes, sir. Then point number B. For payment of such liability, for payment of such liabilities, what journal entry? A realization account debit to cash. At what value? Agreed value. Simple. Then for assets taken over by any partner, quite possible. What journal entry? For asset taken over by any partner, बताओ. Very good. Partners capital account debit to a realization account with what value? Agreed value. Correct. Similarly, for what? Liabilities taken over by any partner, बताओ. What journal entry? Realization account debit to what? Partners capital account. Simple. Which value? Agreed value. Correct. Then you will give me this journal entry. Point number E. For asset transferred to creditor in full settlement. Understood? Asset transfer to creditor in full settlement. Suppose we have what? One furniture of rupees 10,000 and we have one creditor of rupees 15,000 and the value of these, market value of these is 12,000. Now this is given to this creditor in full settlement. Understood? It is given, means the furniture was given to creditor in full settlement. Understood? Now nothing will be paid to creditor. What journal entry? Very good. No journal entry. Write down. Already transferred to which account? Already these two accounts are closed. So can you use furniture account? Can you use creditor account? And can I say it is already transferred to what? Realization account. And in realization account, just try to understand. You write down furniture 10,000 and you write down creditor 15,000. Automatically there is a what? Gain of 5,000 automatically calculated. So you are not supposed to pass any journal entry for this transfer of asset to any creditor in full settlement. So no journal entry. Normally student do mistake in this point. If you want to write on this example also. Correct? Have you understood this point? So no journal entry. Why? Because already closed by transfer to, as already closed by transfer to a realization account. Understood. Point number F. Yeah, write down one example for this. You'll give me journal entry. Don't write to point number F. In this, write down one example. Example. A furniture whose book value is equal to 10,000, now valued at rupees 8,000, was given to creditor of rupees 15,000, and balance amount paid in cash. Understood this point? So in this, balance amount will paid in cash. But our journal entry. Already we have closed furniture and credited to realization account is step number 1. That is already closed. Now in step number 3, what will be journal entry? Bata. Very good. You have understood. A realization account debit to cash. How much? So it is 15 minus 8, 7,000. 7,000 na? Understood this point? So sometimes they ask this type of example. Correct? Understood? Then around point number F. Write down. If any asset is not realizable, quite possible, or any liability is not required to be settled. Understood? Not required to be settled. Means suppose there is a furniture which cannot be sold. Quite possible. Or there is a creditor which does not require now settlement. Means there is no need to pay such amount. So what journal entry? बताओ. For asset what journal entry? 1 second no entry. Because already closed by transfer to what? So can you say book value is already debited for that asset? That is a loss only. So already loss has been accounted by transferring it to realization account. Let on no entry. No entry as already closed by transfer to realization account. A realization account. Correct. Then point number G. For settlement of any unrecorded liability. Understood? Means there was some unrecorded liability which is not recorded in the balance sheet. Means we can say contingent liability. तो बताओ in this write down point number 1, if paid then what journal entry? Realization account debit to cash. Realization account debit to cash. And if cancelled, then if cancelled then we know that no entry. No entry. Understood? Correct. Means in this step I am just giving all the point which they may ask in exam. Summary of all questions whatever they may give. They cannot give any point beyond this. Understood what I am saying? So step number 3 is completed. That was step number 4. What was step number 4 there? No. Payment of? Bolo? Very good. Payment of realization or liquidation or winding up, whatever name is given, expenses. Correct. Point number A. If paid by what? Partnership firm, then what journal entry? Realization account debit to cash or bank? To cash. Correct. So, if paid by purchasing company, what journal entry? No entry. Correct now? The purchasing company. Then if paid by any partner, if paid by any partner, so if paid by any partner, the partners of partnership firm will reimburse to such partner. So what journal entry बताओ? Very good. Realization account debit to partners capital account. Point number D. If agreed to be borne by any partner, understood this point? If agreed to be borne by any partner, it become expense of partner. It's not an expense of partnership firm. Therefore, no entry. Very good. You have understood. No entry as it is an expense of partner, not partnership firm. Understood? This you have understood. Next, step number 5. But what is step number 5? Means receive consideration from purchasing company if any. If any means this point will be applicable in what? 6, 7, 8. That point. Correct now. Let us receive consideration from purchasing company if any. बताओ what journal entry? बताओ cash account debit shares of partnership, sorry, shares of purchasing company account debit, or it can be debentures of what? purchasing company account debit to what? बताओ, to purchasing company only. There I used to write down transfer a company. Understood? Correct. Then step number 6 is what? They wish to close preference shareholders account, but now in this there is no preference shareholders account. Correct now? There is no preference shareholders account. Now what? Huh? Yeah. So write down close realization account. Close realization account. Write down. Point number A. If realization profit what journal entry? Account debit to partners capital account. Correct. If realization loss what journal entry? Partners capital account debit to what? A realization account. Correct. This will be allocated in which ratio? In PSR. In PSR. Can I say to all partners including insolvent partner? To all partner including insolvent partner if you want to write down. So in PSR. Correct now. To all partners including insolvent partner. Correct. Understood. Then what? Step number 6 done. Now step number 7. Write down. Distribution of cash distribution of cash. Correct. And any other consideration and other consideration if any other consideration means there can be equity shares of purchasing company etc. Distribution of cash and other consideration. Correct now. Distribution of cash and other consideration received from which company? Purchasing company. Without to whom? Among partners. First preference. It will be distributed to all partners ना as per what बताओ. No, as per agreement. As per agreement. As per agreement means as per given in question. Whatever is given that will be only agreed. As per agreement means as per information given in question. Correct. But if it is not given, then what? Second preference is what? But if agreement is silent, second preference means if agreement is mhm, silent, then what? Bata? Hmm. Hmm. देखो, if agreement is silent, then it will be distributed in final balance ratio. Final balance ratio of partners capital account. Correct. Now one doubt will come. So what is final balance ratio? Correct now. Madam. Note, final balance ratio is the ratio of balance of partners capital account. Correct. After applying adjustment given in what? Adjustment given in step 1 to step 6. Step 1 to step number 6 means after step number 6 you will prepare partners capital account and closing balance of that partners capital account will become what? Final balance ratio. So the cash will be distributed, another consideration will be distributed in that ratio. In that ratio. Correct. We'll take one question to understand how to apply this all step. But step number 1 to step number 7 it is similar to what? Amalgamation chapter, that what we have done accounting treatment in the books of transfer a company. Very simple. Can we revise once? So step number 1 is what? At book value. Cash and bank not taken over will be transferred to separate cash and bank account. Cash and bank taken over. Partners loan taken over. Realization account. Partners loan not taken over. Separate partners loan account. Then partners capital, partners drawing, partners current account. All other assets and liability. Realization account. Contingent liability. No closing. Correct. Step number 2 for assets and liability taken over by purchasing company. Purchasing company to realization account. For assets and liability not taken over, if assets sold, what journal entry? Cash to realization. If liability paid, realization to cash. If asset is taken over by any partner, huh? Partners capital account debit to realization. If liability taken over, realize correct. If asset is given to any creditor in full settlement, no entry. If assets are not realizable, if liability is not payable, no guarantee. Then step number 4, payment of realization expenses. If paid by purchasing company, no guarantee. If paid by partnership firm, if paid by any partner, if agreed to be borne by any partner, no journal entry. Then step number 5, receive consideration from purchasing company it will be cash account debit, shares account debit, debenture account debit to purchasing company. Then we'll close realization account, profit and loss will be transferred to partners capital account in the ratio of their PSR. The last step, step number 7, close cash and other consideration by transfer it to partners capital account. If some information has been given, then as per that information, if no information is given, then it will be allocated to all partner in final balance ratio. Understood? I think very simple. Can we take some questions? Yes, sir. Now, if you see, this chapter has been divided into unit number 1 and unit number 2. What is unit number 2? Unit number 2 is amalgamation, sale, and what? Conversion of partnership firm. Correct now. But can I say that in that case also there will be some dissolution? So I will not do question unit wise. I will do question as chapter wise. Means any question can be taken at any point of time. So if it is unit 1, write down question number 1, unit 1. If it is unit 2, write down question number 1, unit 2. Chalega? Understood? So I may take any question on a random basis because I am doing entire chapter together with one concept. Concept number 1, close the books. Correct? Chalega? And I just want to inform you that with that the concept remains same. These are not different concepts. It's only one concept. Correct? But if you see all the reference book, they will teach you like this. First, dissolution by agreement. These are the steps. Then dissolution by insolvency. These are the steps. Then dissolution by sale, conversion. These are the steps. There is a lot of confusion. Why? One step. Let us take one question. Question number 1, unit number 1. Question number 1. XYZ are partners of the partnership firm XYZ and companies sharing profit and loss in the ratio 4:3:2. Following is the beautiful balance sheet. You can see. Then partners of the firm decided to dissolve the firm and on the above said date fixed asset realized itna, booked at itna, stock were valued itna, it was taken over by partner. Why creator allowed discount of 5%, expense of realization amounted to itna. You are required to prepare realization account, partners capital account, cash account. You will do, I will do. Can I say you can do it by your own? First question only you can do it by your own. So we are doing question number 1, unit number 1. What about account we require? So realization account. Let us start. Then what? Partners capital account. How many partner? 3 partner. Means how many column? 3 amount column. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. What is the name of partner? XYZ. XYZ. Then one more account. Cash account, because it is not taken over by purchasing company. Not taken na. So cash account is also required to prepared. Can we start? Batao. We'll start with step number 1. First step is what? Kill the. We'll start with asset. Without 2 fixed asset, how much value is given? 5 lakh. Book value will take. Pakka. Then 2 stock. Stock. Stock how much? Stock. 3 lakh. 2 Sundari debtor. Sundari debtor. मजा आ रहा है. Then 2 cash will go to which account? So we write down 2 balance brought down. How much? 10,000. Then partners capital will go to which account? Written by balance brought down. How much? 4 lakh, 3 lakh, 2 lakh. Okay, sir. Then what they have given? General reserve will be allocated to all the partner in which ratio? Correct. By general reserve in which ratio? PSR. How much PSR? 4 is to 3 is to 2. Correct. You can add on one more point here in the steps if you want to write down. In step number 1 now, write down it is given now partners capital, current account and drawing account. Write down reserve in PSR. Reserve in PSR will be transferred to what? Partners capital account. Any reserve will be transferred to partners capital account in PSR. Correct now. Understood point. ठीक है? Yes sir. बताओ. After general reserve what is given? By creditor. तो we write down by creditor. How much? 3 lakh 20,000. Can you allocate 90,000 in the ratio? Already you have done. 40, 30 and 20. Done. Step number 1 done. We'll do step wise. Okay. We'll not jump. Step number 1 done. What is step number 2? For assets and liability taken over by purchasing company. There is no purchasing company. Step number 2 done. Step number 3. For assets and liability not taken over by purchasing company. So all assets and liability not taken over. So बताओ what will do? So बताओ. Fixed asset were realized at what? By cash. So fixed asset what they have given? It was realized now. So fixed asset realized 5 lakh 20,000. Then book debt means debtor realize how much? 4 lakh 40,000. Okay. Then stock were valued at rupees 2 lakh 50,000 and taken over by whom? So by partner Y. Madam by what? Y is capital account. By Y is capital account now. So by Y is capital account at what value? 2 lakh 50,000. Then creditor allowed a discount of 5% paid. So to cash how much? Creditor. So can you give me 95% of what? 3 lakh 20,000. How much? 3 lakh 4,000. And then realization expenses paid how much? So realization expense how much? 6,000. Done. Step number 3 and step number 4 also done. What is step number 5? Receive consideration from purchasing company. There is no purchasing company. Correct. Then step number 6 is what? Close realization account. Close it. Two. Realization profit how much? Profit or loss? Loss है. So by realization loss how much? 18. 80,000. Profit or loss? Someone is saying profit, someone is saying loss. This is loss. 80,000. Correct. Can you give the second effect of all this posting? You have given. So we add on 2. Realization how much? What is taken? Stock is taken, na? How much Y has taken at what value? 2,50,000. Then cash account में चलेंगे. बताओ 2. Realization account how much? So it is one by one. We'll take fixed asset how much? 5,20,000. Debtor how much? 4,40,000. And then by what? Realization. Creditor how much? 3,04,000. And realization expense how much? 6,000. Done. Then transfer realization profit also. Loss. So 2. Realization loss. Distribute in PSR. PSR is 4:3:2. How much? It is 35,555, 26,667, 17,778. Done. Correct. Bata. Can you give me the balance of this? Balance carried down. Only for your understanding I am doing in this way. Balance carried down. Four lakh 4,445. Sorry. Two balance na. So 2 balance carried down. How much? 4,04,445. Then 5,53,333. Then 2,02,222. Correct na? 2,02,000. What is the total of this? Can you give me? Total of this all three. 4,40,000. Arey, not total. Total of these. That you do. Total of these three. 6,60,000. 6,60,000. And how much cash left? Check karo. So can you say automatically distributed in final balance ratio? Automatically distributed na? Means in this question nothing has been given. Cash will be distributed in which ratio? So cash will be distributed in final balance ratio only. You can see this is the final balance ratio. So instead of balance carry down, we can add on cash. अरे बोला रे, this is nothing but final balance ratio na. So I have said distribute cash as per the information given the question. But if question is silent, then as per final balance ratio. So this has been distributed in final balance ratio only. Understood? Done. Can be post in cash account. Written by partners capital account. So it is X, Y, and Z. So X how much? 4,04,445. Then 53,333 and 2,02,000 triple two. Done. बताओ simple or complicated? Simple ना. Super simple. Can we take one more question? Hmm? What is given? Question number 2. Ram, Rahim, and Anthony were in partnership from sharing profit and losses in the ratio 1 by 2, 1 by 3, and 1 by 6. So 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 6 means what? 3 is to 2 is to 1. बोलो 3 is to 2 is to 1. चलो. They decided to dissolve the partnership firm on 31st March 1998 when the balance sheet. So this is dissolution by agreement. Correct? Yes, sir. So that is not important. Dissolution by any case, same concept. They have given sundry creditor, bank overdraft, GLP reserve, joint life policy reserve. Khatarnak, na? There was one concept GLP. Have you understood that time? GLP and GLP reserve account. I think most of that student leave that topic. Questions come. Question came in exam about GLP reserve. चलो you saved. ठीक है. चलना छोड़ना. Loan from Mrs. Ram. Oh. Mrs. Ram is partner and her wife is what? Sorry, his wife is what? Mrs. Ram. Loan from Mrs. Ram. Can you see it is as simple as other liability? Other liability, correct? Capital account Ram, Rahim, Anthony. Goodwill, plant and machinery, furniture, stock, debtor, GLP, commission receivable, and cash on hand. You can see GLP and GLP reserve amount will be same only. Will be always same. Understood? GLP and GLP reserve account will be always same. So GLP reserve will be transferred to partners in which ratio? In PSR. So GLP reserve will be transferred to partners in PSR and GLP is an asset. That asset will be transferred to realization account. Simple. Correct? Understood. Then what is given? The joint life policy was surrendered at this. This become what? Realization amount. It was surrendered. Means this much amount was realized. Correct? You know surrender value. Surrender value means realizable value. Then Ram took over goodwill and plant and machinery for rupees 9 lakh. So Ram took over goodwill as well as plant and machinery. The agreed value is what? 9 lakh. Then Ram also agreed to discharge bank overdraft and loan from Mrs. Ram. Means loan of Mrs. Ram is discharged by Ram only. Of course, it will be discharged by Ram, not by Rahim. Correct now. So point number 4, furniture stock were divided equally between Ram and Rahim at an agreed valuation of 3 lakh 60,000. Sundry debtor were assigned to firm's creditor in full satisfaction of their claim. Mean debtor was given to creditor in full satisfaction. Understood? Understood? Commission receivable was received in time. A bill discounted was subsequently returned dishonor and proved valueless. So this is what? A contingent liability. Bill discounted. The bill discounted will not come in balance sheet. It will be contingent liability. So it proved valueless. Means, can I say now we need to honor it? Correct. A bill discounted was subsequently returned dishonored. Dishonor means now it is dishonor. Now it become our liability to pay. So contingent liability need to be paid now. Correct. The value was 30,750 including 500 noting charges. You know noting charges? It is inclusive only. Thank you very much. Okay. Ram paid the expense of dissolution. Okay, sir. Anthony agreed to receive 1,50,000 in full satisfaction of his right title interest in the firm. It was agreed that Anthony will receive how much? So it was agreed. It was agreed between all partners only. कि Anthony को कितना देना? 1,50,000. You are required to show the account relating to closing of books on dissolution of firm. Correct? Can we do it? So we are doing question number 2, unit 1. So the first account will be what? A realization account. Realization account. बोलो. चलो. Now, can you help me? So first kill the balance sheet. Kill the balance sheet. So you start killing. We'll start with which asset side? So 2 what? 2. Question number 2 we are doing now. Question number 2. 2 goodwill will come. Goodwill will come. Goodwill. Goodwill will come. Goodwill will. Goodwill will come or will not come? Will come. Goodwill is an asset. Yes. An asset, any other asset, even though not taken over, will be transferred to realization. Rules remain same. Apply that steps. Huh? Goodwill will be transferred to partners capital account. Who is saying like this? Nalayak. Goodwill. Understood? To plant and machinery, how much? 6,07,500. To furniture, how much? 64,650. Okay, sir. Then to stock, how much? 2,36,700. Then debtor was given to whom? So it will not come. The debtor was given to creditor, na? It will come. In step number 1, it will come. Step number 1, all asset, all liability, even though not taken over, will be transferred to realization account. To debtor, how much? 5,34,000. Then to JLP will come. Joint life policy, 2,65,500. Then commission receivable will come. Commission receivable how much? 1,40,550. To cash will come. Will open which account? Will open cash account. So have you opened? We write down cash account. Yes sir. How much? To balance brought down. It is 48,750. Done. Correct. Then we'll come to liability side. One by one. Can you give me all the liabilities also? It is creditor. By creditor will come. Pakka. How much? 5,67,000. 5,67,000. Okay. Then by bank OD will come. Yes, bank OD will also come. 6,06,450. Then JLP reserve will go where? Partners capital account. So can we prepare partners capital account? How many partners are there? So how many column will have? 3 column. So you have scale. Don't use scale. Without scale also you can do. Correct. So there are what? Ram, Rahim, RRA. RRA. In exam don't write RRA. Huh? Write down Ram, Rahim, Anthony. Chalega? So can you give me first opening balance? Opening balance you are giving 4 lakh 20. So 4 lakh 20,000. Then what? 2 lakh 25,000. Then 1 lakh 20,000. Then we have JLP reserve. So JLP reserve in which ratio? PSR. PSR is given 3 is to 2 is to 1. Can you allocate 1 lakh? Bolo 32,750. Then what? 88,500. Then what? 44,250. Done. Any other amount is there? Loan from Mrs. Ram. So it is what? Transferred to other liability. We done by Mrs. Ram loan. Correct. How much? 1 lakh 50. Correct. Step number 1 done. Step number 1 done. Bolo. Bolo. Step number 2, for assets and liability taken over by purchasing company, not applicable. Step number 3, for assets and liability not taken over, we'll pass journal entry one by one. We'll start with goodwill. So whether goodwill has realizable value? Yes. Oh, goodwill and plant and machinery taken over by Ram. So write down by what? Ram's capital account. So he has taken goodwill and what? Plant and machinery at what? 9 lakh. Can we give the second effect? So where will give the second effect? So to realization. We write down goodwill and plant and machinery. Ram 9 lakh. Done. Goodwill done. One by one each asset will take. After goodwill what we have? Plant and machinery done. Then furniture what they have given? Furniture stock were divided equally. तो बताओ, तो by Ram's capital already we have written. Madam, furniture and stock divided by 2. How much? 1,80,000. We'll also write down by Rahim's capital account. It is furniture and stock. How much? 1,80,000. Can we give the second effect? We done 2 realization already written. Written furniture and stock. 1,80,000 where? In Ram. 1,80,000 where? In Rahim. And nothing to Anthony. Understood? Simple. Let us see the other asset what they have done. Goodwill done, plant damage done, furniture done, stock done. Debtor is given to whom? So no journal entry. Debtor creditor done. JLP what they have given. So buy cash. Buy cash. JLP how much? 2,32,500. Then commission receivable what they are saying? What also received? So how much? 1,40,500. 550, sorry. 1,40,550. This also done. Bolo. So can you answer all asset done? Liability. Creditor done. Bank overdraft. I am coming now. One by one I am coming. You are very much interested in Mrs. Ram. I am coming to Mrs. Ram. One by one now. Chalo. देखो, I am just going through all asset. First goodwill, plant, then commission receivable done. I was going to bank overdraft. He was going to Mrs. Ram. Chalo. Okay. So first bank overdraft Mrs. Ram. Chalo, go to Mrs. Ram. What is given to Mrs. Ram? Ram also agreed to discharge bank overdraft. अच्छा, both are together only. बताओ. Ram has taken over bank overdraft and Mrs. Ram loan. ठीक है? So to what? Ram's capital account, bank overdraft how much? Nothing is given then at book value only. It is 6 lakh, 6,0450, and Mrs. Ram's loan how much? 1,50,000. Can you give the second effect? बताओ. So by what? By realization. बताओ. Bank OD how much? 6,06,450, and by realization Mrs. Ram loan 1,50,000. Done. Correct. So step number 3 done. But there is one contingent liability also. Can I say contingent liability bill discounted will be paid? Will be paid now? If nothing is given, it will be paid because it was dishonored. So dishonor means now the firm has the liability to pay it. So it will be paid. Can be paid by our own. Bolo. Bolo. So 2 cash how much? bill discounted, bill discounted paid. It is including only na 30,750. Can we do the cash account double effect? By cash was also there. So can we do 2 realization how much? JLP how much? 2,32,500. Commission how much? 1,40,550. By realization, bill discounted how much? 30,750. Any realization expense? Who has paid realization expense? Batao. Ram. So Ram paid the expenses. Okay, sir. We write down. I don't have space here. So once again I write down. You have space. Into Ram's capital you have some space. If you have space, write down there only. Or I will write down to Ram's capital account realization expense. How much? 18,000. Correct. This will go to which account? Write down by realization. Realization expense. How much? 18,000. Correct. So step number 4 also done. Step number 1 to step number 4 done. What is step number 5? Receive consideration not applicable. Step number 6 close. You will close, I will close. Close. And can you give me realization profit or loss? How much? How much? 1,53,900. There is a realization loss. Will be transferred to what? Partners capital account. So can you give me 2 realization loss? Can you allocate in PSR? 3 is to 2 is to 1. 76,950. Correct. 51,300 and 25,650. Is it correct? Now can you give me two balance carried down? Can you give me two balance carried down? बोलो. 1,70,000, 250, 82,200, 1,38,600. Okay, this is final balance ratio. This is final balance ratio. Is it correct? Bol. Correct na? Now, everyone listen. Done this much? Up to this was similar to previous question. Only some more information was there. Correct. Now, if nothing is given, so can I say cash will be distributed in this ratio only? And the total of this will be equal to cash balance. Right, is given in the question. What is given? To Anthony, how much will be paid? So it was agreed to pay Anthony 1,50,000 even though their final balance is what? 1,38,600. So how much extra amount is paid? How much extra amount is paid? 11,400. This 11,400 is a loss which will borne by whom? Ram and Rahim. In which ratio? In their respective profit sharing ratio. And then balance cash will be automatically distributed to what? Ram and Rahim in their final balance ratio. Correct? Let us pay as per agreement first. So whenever they give this type of information, first calculate final balance ratio. This will be easy to understand. Means without this also you can close the account. Without balancing also, if you are expert enough, you can close the account. But once you calculate final balance ratio, now it is easy to understand what is going to happen. Correct now. So I will suggest that you can do in this way. So first once again brought down 1,70,250, 82,200 and 1,38,600. Will first pay to whom? Will first pay to cash how much? 1,50,000. And what is the difference? 11,400. This will be borne by whom? Other two partners. So what will be journal entry? Ram Rahim debit to Anthony credit. Correct na? Correct. We write on here what? By what? Ram and Rahim. बोलो या सुनो. अरे कहाँ लिख दिया? By Ram and Rahim. Understood? By capital account. And in this side we write on two what? Anthony's capital account. So can you allocate 11,400 in which ratio? 3:2. How much it is coming? 6840 and 4560. And automatically the balance cash will be paid to whom? So can you find out the balancing figure? 1,63,410 and 77,640. You'll just check, the cash account will automatically tally. Have you understood? This we have distributed in 3:2 ratio. Correct now? Understood this what we have done? Correct now? So let us write down in cash account also. Write down by what? By. There was one. Partners capital. So Ram how much? 1,63,410. Rahim how much? 77,640. And Anthony how much? And this will close now. Check karo. It will be automatically closed. Means there will be no balance. If balance is there, means we have done some mistake. Chapter is very easy. What do you think? Huh? Amalgamation. Can we take one more question if you permit? Bol. Let us take one more question. Bol. Can we take one more question? Come to question number 12 of unit number 2. Question number 12, unit number 2. Unit 2. Have you got it? Page number 2.82. Page number 2.82. What is given? Check करेंगे. Prabhu and Company. Prabhu, you know? Prabhu and Company. Okay. Just have a question they ask and they give Prabhu name so that before writing exam, just remember your own Prabhu. Correct. Prabhu and Company is a partnership firm consisting of Mr. Prabhu, Mr. Bhola, and Mr. Shiv. Mr. Prabhu, Bholenath, and Shiv. Correct. Who share profit and loss in the ratio 2:2:1 and Bhagwan Limited. Oh, Bhagwan Limited is a company, existing company doing similar business. The Bhagwan Limited and partnership firm. The Bhagwan Limited will take over partnership firm, will purchase partnership firm. So, ये Bhagwan Limited is a purchasing company. Correct. The firm and company provide the following ledger balance. You can see Prabhu and Company and Bhagwan Limited. Sorry, where is the question? Prabhu and Company and Bhagwan Limited. They have given what? The balance sheet. Okay. Just read it. Whatever given. बहुत ज़्यादा. चलो. Have you read the balance sheet or extract given? Very simple. Then they have given it was decided that firm Prabhu and Company be dissolved and all assets except cash in hand and cash at bank and all liability of the firm taken over by Bhagwan Limited by issuing 25,000 shares or rupees 10 is at a premium of 2 per share. So you can calculate PC. PC is what? 25,000 into 12 means how much? 25,000 12 is 3 lakh. So 3 lakh is PC. So what is not taken over? Cash and cash at bank. Both are not taken over. Partners of Prabhu and Company agreed to divide the shares issued by Bhagwan Limited in PSR. They have given equity shares will be allocated to all partners in PSR as per the information given. The question will do and bring necessary cash for settlement of their capital. So whatever cash deficiency or surplus will be there, that will be adjusted in cash account. The creditor Prabhu Company include 50,000 payable to Bhagwan Limited. An unrecorded liability of 12,500 of Prabhu and Company must also be taken over by Bhagwan Limited. Means there is a contingent liability which is also taken over by Bhagwan Limited. The creditor of Prabhu Company include 50,000 payable to Bhagwan Limited. My question to this point, everyone, this point, what you'll do? This point, what you'll do? Bolo. The creditor of Prabhu and Company include 50,000 payable to Bhagwan Limited. What you will do, Jana entry? What adjustment is required in partnership firm? Nee, what we'll do about this 50,000? The total was 1 lakh 50. Out of this 1 lakh 50,000, 50,000 due to what? Bhagwan Limited. What you will do about this 50,000 in the books of partnership fund when you close the books? Nothing. Correct. Nothing correct. Can I see this is cancellation of debt in purchasing transferring company books? Means we used to cancel intercompany debt in transferring company book, not in the books of transfer company. So this point is relevant for purchasing company books. So just write down this point is relevant, but in the books of Bhagwan Limited. In the books of Bhagwan Limited. So cancellation will do in the books of Bhagwan Limited. Understood? Write down. Write down. Those who have book they write down na. Correct. Okay, sir. Question is good or not? But very simple. Very simple. What they have asked? They have asked prepare realization account, partners account, cash account in the books of Prabhu. Pass journal entry in the books of Bhagwan. Bhagwan means transferring company. Used to remember business purchase account, debit liquidator मजा आता था. So same journal entry. We can do it by our own. Even though we have not done concept number 2. Once we'll do, then whatever you'll say, I will write down in concept number 2. Concept number 2 is books of account of purchasing company. Correct now. So you will do, I will do. Both will do. Chalo. Because you are saying, so I will also do. Correct. Start करते हैं. Question number 2. First we'll prepare what? A realization account. This is point number 1 we are doing. In point number 1, first is realization account. Then after realization, which account? Partners capital. How many partners are there? 3 partners. They always give 3 partners only, no? Why they? Hmm? They give 3 partners because no. Whether if someone is asking any question, there is not always to answer something in the life. फिर बताओ. Can you say always will prepare cash and bank account together? So we'll prepare cash and bank account. I think they have also asked cash and bank account. Check करो. So even though not given, will prepare cash and bank account combined account because it's not possible how much payment has been done from cash, how much then with checks that we don't know na. So we'll prepare both account combined. चलेगा. Let's see who is doing fast. I am doing fast or you are doing fast. Let's see. Correct? Competition lage. But you need to help me in calculation because I don't have calculator. बोलो. So we'll start with Bhagwan Limited balance sheet. Bhagwan Limited. We'll start with Prabhu or Bhagwan. So Bhagwan don't see only Prabhu. ठीक है. We'll start with plant and machinery. 2 plant and machinery. 2,50,000. Then 2 furniture fixture stock in. It is furniture fixture is 25,000. Stock in trade is 1 lakh. There is some alignment mistake. Okay. So furniture and fixture how much? 25,000. To stock how much? 1 lakh. Then to Sundri debtor how much? Sundari 1 lakh. So Sundari 1 lakh. Then what? Cash at bank and cash in hand. So total is what? Write on 2. Balance brought down. It is 25,000. Then they have given equity share capital, that is for company, that is not relevant. Then they have given partners capital account. Written by balance brought down. What is the name? Prabhu, Bhola, Shiva. Prabhu, Bhola, Shiva. So balance brought down how much? It is 1 lakh, 1,50,000 and what? 50,000. Then they have given general reserve also. So general reserve in which ratio? 2:2:1. How much? 20,000, 20,000 and 10,000. What do you think? Complicated chapter. Unnecessary we were worried before starting this chapter. बोलना रही. Then they have given one general reserve already done. Sundari creditor they have given. Will transfer Sundari to which account? The Sundari creditor. How much? 1,50,000. Okay, sir. Simple. Life is so simple. Step number 1 done. What is step number 2? For assets and liability taken over by purchasing company. So okay, this is taken, this is taken, this is taken, this is taken, this is taken. All assets liability except cash and bank is taken. At what amount? PC. What is PC? 3 lakh. What journal entry? Purchasing company account debit to realization account. Correct now. Chalo. So let buy. What is the name? Bhagwan. BHAGWAN. Bhagwan Limited. 3 lakh. If you want to calculate, you write on 25,000 is the number of shares multiplied by issue price. Done. Let us prepare Bhagwan Limited account also, even though they have not asked. You want to prepare? Yes, prepare ना मजा आएगा. Bhagwan Limited. So Bhagwan Limited. This type of account gives some motivation na. Bhagwan Limited, Prabhu Limited. बताओ. To what? A realization account. How much? 3 lakh. Done? Done. So step number 2 done. Step number 3 is not applicable because there is no other assets and liability. Step number 4, realization expense given, not given. Just check karo. There is no realization expense. No realization expense. Step number 4 also done. Step number 5 is what? Receive consideration from whom? Bhagwan Limited. What we are receiving? In what form? Equity shares. What journal entry? Equity shares of Bhagwan Limited to Bhagwan Limited. Correct? Equity shares of Bhagwan Limited to Bhagwan Limited. Correct? Understood? Written by what? Equity shares of Bhagwan Limited 3 lakh. And this account will be closed. Correct? You want to prepare equity share Bhagwan Limited account? We can directly transfer. Okay, sir. So step number 5 done. What is step number 6? Close realization account. You will close, I will close. Can you give me realization profit or loss? This time I want profit. Profit na? This time also loss. Loss. What is happening to our ICI book? Always giving what loss? Realization loss. How much? 4 lakh? I'm asking loss. 25,000 loss. This 25,000 loss will be transferred to which party? All partners. Where 2 realization loss in which ratio? 2 is to 2 is to 1. That is how much? 10,000, 10,000, 5,000. Done. Correct. Understood. बताओ. Then distribute cash and bank and equity shares. Now we'll distribute cash and bank and equity shares. Step number. This is step number 7. Last step. Distribution of cash and other consideration. So for other consideration, what they have said means for equity shares, what they have said, it will be allocated to each partner in which ratio? PSR. It will be allocated to each partner in PSR. So let us allocate in PSR. So let us allocate. What do we write down? 2 equity shares of, I'm writing B limited. Chalega? 2 of B limited. So it is 3 lakh in 2 is to 2 is to 1. How much? 1,20,000, 1,20,000 and 60,000. Done. Correct. And what is given? And bring necessary cash for settlement of their capital. So just see who is bringing cash. So P is, it is what? 1 lakh plus 20. Here 1 lakh 20. So how much cash P will bring? 10,000. Okay, so then how much cash S will bring? 40. I am saying S. 5,000 he will bring. And how much cash B will withdraw? We are on 2 cash now. 2 cash 40,000. Understood? This point have you understood? This account is closed. Means what they are saying, that you should allocate equity shares in PSR. We have allocated, and then do settlement in cash. So you can see, as it is 50 plus 10, 60, but it is 65,000. Means he need to bring cash. See, Prabhu will bring cash, but you can see this Bola it is 1,70,000 capital, but only how much has been given? 1,20,000 plus 10 means 1,30,000. So he will withdraw his surplus capital. He will withdraw his surplus capital. Means can I say balancing figure will be settled in cash. And if you write down in this cash account, automatically cash account will tell you. Check karo. But who will bring cash to partners capital account? It is Prabhu and Shiv. How much it is? 10,000 and 5,000. Now total is what? And that will be withdrawn by Bola. Understood? So we write down Bola capital account. Automatically tally it. Automatically tally it. Understood? Low. Very simple. Oh my god, one mistake we have done. Read the last point. Oh my god. But there was one point, unrecorded liability of 12,500 of Prabhu and Karim must also be taken by Bhagwan Limited. But we have not done anything. Contingent liability of Prabhu Limited. What will do? No entry. No entry. Are why no entry? Taken over by whom? Bhagwan Limited. Now, what was step number 2? बताओ. Check करो. Heading. Step number 2 heading. For assets and liability, including what? Unrecorded liability taken over with the amount of PC. Means can I say no separate journal entry is required? It is already included in this amount of PC. Because when I am saying PC, this is for all assets and liability taken over, including what? Unrecorded liability. So what is second step? For assets and liability including unrecorded liability taken over. Understood? Means no separate journal is required. Intensely I have discussed this point separately, because if I will not discuss, you will have doubt when you do revision. So just give star mark and write down one note for your purpose. Student note. Write down. देखो. No separate. Write down. No separate journal entry. No separate journal entry is required for unrecorded liability taken over by unrecorded liability of Prabhu and Company. Unrecorded liability of Prabhu and Company taken over by Bhagwan Limited, as it is already considered in step number 2. Already considered in step number 2 with the amount of PC. It is already considered with step number 2 with the amount of PC. Will you understood with this much? More elaboration is required or not required? If you want to write down in this way. If PC represent all asset and liability including what? Unrecorded liability taken over. If you want to write down. PC is for all assets and liability taken over including what? Unrecorded liability taken over. Now, we'll do in the books of what? Journal. Now, first journal entry will what? Same, whatever we used to do where? In transferring company books. First journal entry is what? Batao? It is business purchase account debit to liquidator of XYZ and company. अरे बोलना रे. Sorry, Prabhu and company. Correct. Business to liquidator of Prabhu and company with the amount of PC being PC due for acquisition of business. Correct. Then we write down all asset liability taken over one by one. So it will be recognized at which value? Book value or fair value? Book value or fair value? Fair value. Fair value na? So assets and liability will be recognized at fair value, and if fair value is not given, then at book value. So fair value is not given, you can see. So we recognize that what? Book value, but it is actually fair value. Okay. So plant and machinery account debit how much? 2,50,000. Then furniture and fixture how much? 25,000. Then stock how much? 1 lakh. Then debtor how much? 1 lakh. Then 2. Leave one line, write down 2 is what? 2 creditor how much? 1,50,000. One more liability will come. Which liability? So write down 2 other liability, because now it is recorded now. You can't write down unrecorded liability. Now we are recording now. Now it will be recorded in the books of Bhagwan Limited. What was the amount? 12,500. 2 BP. BP means business purchase. Business purchase. What was PC? 3 lakh. Correct? For the goodwill or capital reserve. The difference will be either goodwill or capital reserve. So it is 2 capital reserve. How much? 12,500. Simple. Let them being assets and liabilities of Prabhu and Company recognized. Correct. Then what? We'll do payment to whom? Liquidator. To liquidator of Prabhu and Company. How much? It was discharged by issuing what? The 2 equity share capital. How much? Atnalai. Same mistake. I used to say, yaad karo in mal ke mistake chapter. Always think about number of shares and nominal value. Be careful in this point. To what? Securities premium 50,000. Being PC discharge. Any other journal entries there? Bolo. There was one cancellation point. Cancellation of creditor and debtor. So now creditor has been taken over. So can this creditor include 50,000? So this creditor include 50,000 now. And that debtor of Bhagwan Limited include 50,000. That will be cancelled now. So what journal entry will do? Creditor account debit to debtor. How much? Done. Super easy. They have not asked balance sheet. If they ask balance sheet, we can prepare balance sheet of Bhagwan Limited also. If they ask, you want to prepare? If suppose they ask balance sheet, you can prepare or not? Balance sheet of Bhagwan Limited? Bolna. Correct? So leave some space for balance sheet. If you have time, just prepare it. You can prepare. So leave some space for balance sheet. Whenever you have time, just draw the balance sheet. Chalega? Unrecorded liability already we recorded na re. Dekho. To other liability. Just write down for your understanding. It was unrecorded. But in exam, don't write on unrecorded liability because now we are recording it, na? Okay. So you can draw the balance sheet if required. Simple. Bolo. That on concept number 2. Accounting treatment in the books of purchasing company. Can I refer amalgamation chapter? Okay. फिर से I'll give the entire journal entry. Amalgamation chapter. The books of transferring company. अरे बोलना रे. But in amalgamation chapter there were 2 points. Amalgamation in the nature of purchase and amalgamation in the nature of merger. So we are discussing purchase or merger? Purchase. So refer amalgamation chapter, books of transferring company for amalgamation in the nature of purchase. Understood? So can we write down this? चलेगा? बोलो. So refer, write down. Refer accounting treatment in the books of transferee company, correct? For amalgamation in the nature of purchase. Understood? Concept number 2 done. Means suppose अभी right now liquidation expense paid by purchasing company होता. So what journal entry? In amalgamation what journal entry we have done? Any realization expense paid by yes, goodwill account debit to cash. Means all point whatever you have done there that will be applicable. So revision required. So once you come to this chapter, revise that, automatically it will come in your mind. चलेगा ना? Understood? But only amalgamation in the nature of purchase, no merger यहाँ पर. Only what? Purchase. चलो. Concept number 2 also done. Can we take one more question if you permit? चलो सर. एक कर लेते ना, क्या दिक्कत है? What is? बोलना रे. What is wrong in doing one more question? Let us take this question. This is one of the favorite question of institute. Favorite. I don't know why, but one of the favorite question. Means whenever they want to ask one question and they don't want to give some tough question, they will give this question. Means have been asked many times in exam. Many times. We don't know number of times, but many times. Anand and Bhupesh. You know Anand? Unit 2. Unit 2. If I am not saying means we are into that same unit. Okay. If I am not repeating means we are into same unit. चलेगा? So question number 8. अभी previous question was unit number 2. So this is also unit number 2. Now we'll stick to unit number 2 for many questions. Question number 8. Anand and Bhupesh were carrying on business as equal partner. Means 1:1. The balance sheet as on 31st December 1999 is given. Capital, Anand, Bhupesh, bank loan, current liabilities, Sundari creditor, bills payable, fixed asset, leasehold building, plant and machinery, furniture, stock, book debt, cash at bank. अरे ठीक है, okay sir. Now business was carried on till 30th June. Oh ho 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 ho. What they are saying, the business was carried on till 30th June means 6 months business was done. The partners withdraw in equal amount half the amount of profit made during the period of 6 months. Oh my god, what they have written. The partners withdraw in equal amount. Half the amount of profit made during the period of 6 months from Jan 2000 after charging depreciation on leasehold building itna, plant and machinery itna, furniture itna, 10%, 10%, 10%. Have you understood this point? Means whatever profit was done during this 6 months, out of that half was withdrawn and equal, that was withdrawn in equal amount. If suppose 40,000 is profit, how much withdrawn? And each partner 10 10. Correct. Meanwhile, sundry creditor were reduced by itna, bills payable by itna, bank loan by itna. On 30th June, stock was valued at itna, book debt were itna, and cash and bank itna. On 30th June 2000, the firm sold to a business to a limited company for rupees 4 lakh. 4 lakh is what? Means purchase consideration is given. Thank you very much. In this chapter, purchase consideration will be very simple. Detailed discussion of PC already where we have done. There तो we have done 7 to 8 hours discussion on PC only. Correct ना? यहाँ तो PC 4 lakh given only. Payable in equity shares of rupees 10 each. So on 30th June what happened? Sale happened. So it means can I say on 30th June, first we require balance sheet of partnership firm as on this date, and they have not given balance sheet of partnership firm as on this date. This concept is known as updation of balance sheet up to the date of event. Updation of balance sheet up to the date of event. Event happened on which date? Balance sheet was given on which date? So we need to update the balance sheet for how many months? 6 months. So let us update. We'll update as a working note. The partner decided to take shares in PSR. So what they are saying, the whatever equity shares were issued, they are distributed to partner in profit sharing ratio. Any difference to be settled in cash? Already we have done a similar question. Correct. You are required to prepare what they have said. Balance sheet as on 30th June. Means they have asked for balance sheet as on 30th June. Then a statement of profit earned during the period 6 months ended. Okay, statement of profit will prepare. Then realization account, then capital account. Understood. Means this point number 1 and point number 2 is actually the point of which is not related to this chapter. This is a basic concept point. How to update. Now, for updation of balance sheet practically for 6 months, we require all transactions. From transaction we'll do journal entry, then we'll prepare ledger, then we'll prepare trial balance. From that trial balance we'll prepare what balance sheet. Process is like this, but this is exam. They will not give transaction. So whenever from examination point of view they ask balance sheet updation up to the date of event, so what we'll do? First we'll incorporate all those assets and liability whose new book value has been given. Means you can see in this question what is given, check karo. New book value of this building, plant and machinery and furniture after depreciation can be calculated. Sundry creditor reduced by itna given, bills payable reduced by given, bank loan reduced by given, stock given, book debt given, cash and bank given. So new book value has been given. So whatever assets and liability for which new book value has been given will be incorporated at that new book value. If for any assets and liability the new book value is not given, so we don't have any options. We'll assume what? No change in that book value. Correct. We'll assume no change in the book value. Now we'll find out balancing figure of balance sheet. So there is a rule. If the cash and bank is given, so in this question cash and bank is given. Check karo. So if cash and bank is given, balancing figure will be what? Balancing figure will be what? Capital, how capital? Capital will change. Profit earned during the period 6 months. And if profit is given, then balancing figure will be cash and bank. Means either of these two will be given. Either they give profit earned during the period, then cash and bank will not be given. If cash and bank is given, so they will not give profit. So you can see they have not given profit. We are supposed to calculate profit. We are supposed to calculate profit. Can we do this question? Interesting question. Can we do it? If you permit, yes sir, permission granted. Question number 8. Write down most favorite question. MRQ if you want to write down. But most favorite question I am saying. So first we'll prepare point number 1 is what? of, what is the name of the firm? Firm, I do not. Firm as at June 2000, correct? Can you give me one by one all asset with new book value? But the first is leasehold building. Leasehold building. So depreciation for how many months? 6 months. So 4,000, 10% na? 76,000. Then what? Plant and machinery. How much given? Depreciation how much? 10%, 9,000. So 1,71,000. Then they have given furniture na? Furniture 20,000. Depreciation minus 1,000 is equal to 19,000. Then stock how much given? New book value. New book value how much given? 70,000. Then book debt how much given? 75,000. Then cash and bank how much given? 2,500. Understood? Correct? Then we write down capital. बताओ. Anand. What is the opening balance? Opening balance of capital is how much? 1,38,000. Correct? Opening balance. But we want closing balance. So can you say in this we should add what? Net profit. Share of profit with net profit. And minus what? Drawing. But right now we don't know the amount. So leave the space. Correct? Similarly we'll do what? Bhupesh. Opening balance how much? 1,52,000. Plus net profit how much? We don't know. Minus drawing how much? We don't know. Correct? Okay, sir. Then bank loan is reduced by what amount? So how much it will become? 40 minus 20 na? Then creditor also new book value is given after reduction na? 50 reduced by 15,000 na? So read question carefully. It is reduced by 15,000. Then bills payable how much? Reduced by how much? 7,500. Done. Have you understood? Correct. Can you say all information done? All information done. Now, your turn. Can you give me what will be the net profit of 6 months? Net profit I am asking. Sorry. How much? 14,000? Before drawing or after drawing? After drawing, na. So 41,000 is after drawing. An equal amount is drawn. So double kar do 82,000. So profit is what? 80,000. Means what you have done? Actually, what you have done? Can you say this is actually asset minus liability? If you say so, this all asset minus all liability will be closing capital, and opening capital is given. So closing capital minus opening capital is retained profit. Retained profit means after drawing, and it is given half the amount is drawn. So if you add drawing, so can I say you'll get total profit. So they have also asked you to draw a statement of profit. So let us do a statement of profit. Correct now. So that will be a part of what? Working note only. So point number 2. Let us do statement of profit for the 6 month ended 30th June 2000. That on Anand, Bhupesh and total. First, can you give me closing capital as on 30th June 2000? Closing capital means total asset minus total liability. So can you give me total asset minus total liability as on closing date? All asset minus all liability. How much it is coming? Huh? All asset, all liability, not opening capital. Asset liability. It is 3 lakh 31,000. 3 lakh 31,000 is correct. All asset minus all liability I am saying. I am not saying including capital. Correct. Now from this will deduct what? Opening capital. It is given how much? Individual amount is also known. 1,38,000. 1,52,000. It become 2 lakh. So can you say this will be retained profit? Retained profit means after retained profit means after drawing, that is coming how much? 41,000. So equal amount has been drawn. So we'll do plus drawing. How much drawing? 41,000. So can I say it become net profit? So net profit is equal to 82,000. Understood? Now what is PSR? So we'll say this will be allocated to each partner in 41-41 only, in 1:1 ratio, and drawing they have said equal amount has been drawn. So 41,000 divided by 2 is how much? So 20,500 and 20,500. Correct. Are you able to understand? Correct. So can I say this will be also 20,500 and 20,500? Correct. Now if this is known, can you calculate this as balancing figure? How much? 1,58,500 and 1,72,500. The total of these two is 3,31,000. Understood? Understood. Everyone just try to understand what I am saying. They have asked statement of profit. Statement of profit means income minus expense. But in this question, they have not given the information of income and expense. Income also not given now. Income not given, expense. So can we do by income minus expense? No. So this is the other way to calculate profit, as you have used to do in single entry chapter. If you if you remember incomplete record, they also used to calculate profit earned by this statement only. So that only we are using. So this concept already we have done in what incomplete records. Understood? I hope now you have understood what I want to say. Now you can do it. Fill the blanks. So this net profit is what? 41,000, and this is what? 20,500. So this is how much? 1,58,500. This is how much? 41,000. This is what? 20,500. This is how much? 1,72,500. Done. Balance sheet, tell it. Correct. Now let us close the book. Now it will not take much time. Can we do it? So they have asked realization account, and so point number 3. Let us first prepare realization account. And point number 4 is what? Partners capital account. How many partners? 2 partners. Anand Bhupesh. Anand Bhupesh. Can we start? Now, when we say kill the balance sheet, which balance sheet? New balance sheet, huh? So now you will use the information given in the balance sheet, whatever you have drawn. Can we start? To what? Leasehold building, how much? 76,000. To what? Plant and machinery, how much? 1,71,000. To what? Furniture, how much? 19,000. Then to stock, how much? 70 na? 70,000. Then to debtor how much? 75,000. Now, whether cash and bank is taken over, by new company, purchasing company. Yes, because they have said entire business, entire company is taken over. The question is silent. All asset including cash and bank is also taken over. So yes, it is taken over. So to bank how much? 2,500. By liabilities. So by bank loan how much? It is 20,000. Then by creditor how much? It is 55,000. By bills payable how much? 7,500. Correct. And we write by balance brought down how much? 1,58,500 and 1,72,500. Done. Step number 1 done. What is step number 2? Taken over. So all assets will have taken over by whom? By limited. By limited company. A so is okay. A limited company, I think so. By limited company with the amount of PC. PC is what? 4 lakh. We are not drawing limited company account. If you want to draw. Correct. Understood. Then receive consideration. What consideration will receive equity shares? So we are not drawing that account. If you want to draw. Chalega. They have not asked, so we are not drawing. Then last step is what? Close realization account. First, let us close. There is no realization expense. There is no realization expense, na? How much realization profit? 69,000 is the realization profit. This profit will be transferred to whom? Anand and Bhupesh. So by realization account equally only. So it is how much? 34,500 and 34,500. Correct. Understood. Now whatever equity shares received will be distributed in which ratio? The equity shares of limited company. How many equity shares? 4 lakh will be distributed in which ratio? 1 is to 1. So 2 lakh, 2 lakh. Correct na? 2 lakh, 2 lakh. Understood. And the difference will be adjusted in cash. So find out difference. So one partner will bring, another partner will withdraw. Who is bringing? A is bringing na. And who is withdrawing? Same amount is withdrawn. So automatically it will be tallied. 7,000 brought and 7,000 withdrawn. So cash account closed. Done. Look. Simple na. Very simple. Done. How many questions we have done? 4 questions we have done. 4 questions we have done. चलो ठीक है. हाँ 4 question is sufficient. ठीक है. We'll take a break. After break we'll do some more questions.